What's poppin' YouTube? It's your host with the most MO on THEMOSHOW Chicago. And we are back again, and no, we are not at the Buckingham Fountain. But we are having a magnificent Monday here, staying sucker free. There is nothing worse than being a sucker for an old fool. Keep that in mind under your hat, okay? But needless to say, there's a lot of deadly things going on in Chicago. Like for the first weekend of the summer, 23 shot, 2 dead, and it's just the beginning of the summer. The 2 that's dead ended up over here on Roosevelt and Ogden, right by the hospital, Mount Sinai. But needless to say, they didn't make it. DEAD. What are we gonna do by the 4th of July? Can you imagine the bodies and the carnage that is gonna be left in the streets here in Chicago? Mayor Brandon Johnson says that crime is down. Not according to what happened over the weekend. I'm just saying. Not to mention the fact that he took out all of those shot spotter cameras. How many bodies do you have right now, Mayor Brandon Johnson? Too many to count. Something like 60-something bodies already. Will you have 100 bodies under your belt before you get out of office? Because the people is not going to re-elect you in the city of Chicago. And we're not sorry about it either, okay? Yeah. You got people drowning in Chicago. One of those boats ran into the rocks right off Navy Pier. 27-year-old female drowned, dead. Why? Because there was mass chaotic traffic in the water. The summer broke, boats was everywhere. And you have people who did not anchor their boats, which make boats run into other boats that are on the water, not to mention the fact that you have high winds and choppy waters. Hey, so if you're driving out there boats, if you're driving a boat or selling on a boat, make sure that you are in control of the boat and watch out for others that are around you. It can be life costing. Just like you have people driving in Chicago, seem like they can't drive. A 2-car crash over here on 112th Street killed 3 people. Killed 3 people on 112th and Stony Island. Dead because they didn't have common sense on how to drive. Or maybe they were impaired. We don't know, but either way, they are DEAD right now. Dead. Life gone. Didn't have to be that way, but I don't know. They think that these cars are, invincible. These are not the old school cars that we grew up on in the 70s and the 80s. These cars are plastic. They're toys, but they're dangerous toys. And people seem to not care. They want to speed up and down the road, run red lights like there's no tomorrow. Live your life like there's no tomorrow. Don't die today like there's no tomorrow. Don't die today like there's no tomorrow. Another woman over here is dead by Bolingbrook on I-55. Dead, ran into a ditch. But the driver didn't get killed. The passenger got killed. I don't know what they think these cars are made of today. I don't know what they be drinking. I don't know what they be smoking. But whatever they're doing, they need to stop. Maybe they was on the phone. You have a lot of accidents that's caused on phones. Dead. But we're going to get back to the shootings, okay? Like you had this man over here on the south side of Chicago. Dead, he's 63 years old, but was shot in his home. He's in critical condition. No one has been apprehended. But however, the shooter better hopes that he don't die. Better hope that that man doesn't die. You got 16-year-olds being shot in the leg on the south side. You got 11-year-olds being shot in the back. Yeah, it's outrageous in the city. It seems to me that crime is not going down. It is just the beginning of the summer, the first week. And like I said, 23 shot and 2 dead. Like you had the shooting over here on the 700 block of North Wells Street, Riverfront area. Two men got into an altercation, a physical altercation, and they couldn't find any conflict resolution skills, so one of them ended up being shot. Let's hope that he don't die. No one is in custody. I'm just saying, what are we going to do about the violence? And it's just not in Chicago, it's in Memphis, it's in Florida, it's in California, it's in New York. Anywhere you have a high population of poor people, there's crime, there's shootings, there is death, there is homelessness. But yet, they say that we are the richest country in the world. I'm just saying. Y'all think about that. Absolutely nuts. And for all of those out there who like eating those Cheetos and Doritos, right? You won't be having that taste that you would normally taste in those bad chips, killer chips. Why killer chips? Because the red dye that is in the chips is causing you cancer. In fact about it, red dye, yellow dye, blue dye, and another dye is 6 altogether, if I'm not mistaken, that is being banned in the US. Those are the top 3 that I can get out, but you must remember that these dyes also have different variations, different versions of them. Blue dye causes kidney tumors and kidney cancer. Red dye causes cancer. Yellow dye causes cancer. Green dye causes cancer. Now, how many people could you have imagined in America died from cancer by eating all of these food that has dyes in them? Even ketchup. Yes, ketchup has red dye in it. And right now, Heinz is so-called phasing out of the dye that they've been placing in foods. Could you imagine all of the death foods that you've eaten over your life and why you've gotten all of this all of a sudden cancer that you had no knowledge of? Why? Because it's the food that they are prescribing for you to eat. And the FDA approved it all. And the FDA approved it all, and now they want to take it back. But how many lives have been lost? Should the FDA be sued? Can you sue the FDA? I'm just saying. If so, it's a long line of people. I think that the government would be broke. If the cigarette companies can be sued, if doctors can be sued, hospitals can be sued, yeah, the FDA can be sued too. You all, it would be best, if possible, to consult your physician and find out why you got these cancers that you have no understanding of where they came from. It is a great possibility that they can come from the foods that you've been eating. I'm just saying. You think about that, you all. That's my time for right now, but we'll be back later on tonight. And if you haven't checked out my other channel, MOPOWERZ here on YOUTUBE, go over to that channel where you'll find the likes of Black Man of the Nile and his family. From Babylon to Timbuktu, As a Man Thinketh, the chronological order from alchemy to Wicca, Kemet on Trial, the destruction of black civilization, the fall of America, the message to the black man in America. All of these audiobook series is over there on MOPOWERZ here on YOUTUBE. And if you like to travel, you can also go over to that channel and take a ride with me. Yeah, to the Badlands in South Dakota. Take a ride with me to Mount Rushmore. Take a ride with me to Washington at the Mopop Museum. Take a ride with me to Philadelphia. Take a ride with me to Washington, D.C. Take a ride with me to Texas. Take a ride with me to Florida. Just take a ride with me. Take a ride with me down to Memphis at the National Civil Rights Museum. Take a ride with me to the Black Holocaust Museum in Milwaukee. Take a ride with me. Take a ride with me to the NBA Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts. Take a ride with me. We're all over the map on that channel if you're into traveling. But those audiobooks series is a must. And currently we're working on one entitled Stolen Legacy. Yes. So check that out. And if you are into Chicago, old school hip hop, gangster rap, spoken word, comedy, Independent movies, go to my other channel, THEMOSHOW Classics, all one word, no space, here on YOUTUBE, where you will find the likes of Diane Corder, Dion Cole, Reggie Reg, Quintella, Snoop, Daryl Banks, Shari, a lot of people, Crucial Conflicts, Shauna, Twister, Mano, The Nomads, Mecca, Official Business, Cadillac Seville, Affiliated Fellas, and a whole bunch of other artists, which include Phoenix. Those girls are too bad, okay? Go over there and check those channels out. And on your way out the door, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and the word all to help ensure that you get notification when I upload videos on YOUTUBE. And also press those condiments to like and to share. Share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come into contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your conversation. Thanks for viewing, you all. Never ever give up on your dreams. That's my time. See you later.